Hi guys, Gaming Bear here. Ryan's got an interesting new look at the new Russian tree which is going to be coming in. Let's see. Lots and lots of shenanigans.
Victory is in sight.
Oh yeah. Right, so what I'm talking about is the line coming up from the KV-85, the IS, now leading to the Object 704 and the 705M. I'm thinking about the M. Now, we've got this unusual little thing. Let's have a look. So, Tier 8, this new little tank. So, I think we should actually get in, research it, have a look, see what it can do. Let's purchase that with a crew. Boom, straight in. Right, crew ready to rock. Now, what options do we have? Radio, which is already researched. Tracks. Let's get to the research side. Let's just fully upgrade this. Actually, let's get in and play it as though you've never... Oh, actually, do I want to do that? Because everyone goes, oh, but it's only ever played fully upgraded. So, I want to show you what this is like. So you're looking 100mm armour on the front of the turret. View range 340 up to 350. So it's not got a good turret. For Tier 8, the turret is much better on this one. 250 on the front, 140 on the sides. Now, you're looking 14,500 points. Rather than put you through this, basically the turret would be a weak spot. But I'm going to show you the fully upgraded version, so we'll go with this. Fully upgraded. If you want me to link and do a non-upgraded version, I will do that for you guys. So let's get this big gun in, and I'll show you the characteristics that change between these two guns. So what you're getting, let's move this down. The dispersion goes from 0.45 to 0.43. Still not good, but an improvement. With an aim time of 3.4 seconds, it's atrocious. But armor penetration goes from 175 with their standard to 212, so that's a nice increase. With premium, you're looking from 217 up to 240. With then HE 61 up to 68. So it's, even though it's 122 caliber, you've still got the same rate of fire, and you gain about 200.21 tons with the improvement of the gun. And it can be used on the 705 and the ISM. So let's get this on board, and you can use it with the standard turret, which is very useful, but we're not going to do that. So let's get that bought, and let's have a look at the tank itself, displaying in the garage. So you can see the turret there. Let's show the changes, how the turret looks. So this is what the standard one looks like before the upgrade, with the large commander's cupola there. Very easy target, and we'll have a look at the armouring in a minute of the big boy. Then we come to the big turret, and you can see the commander's cupola is more difficult to hit. So let's have a look at the armour profile. So bear with me a second. Okay, of course we've got to compare it to the IS-3. You know, how good is it? We know the IS-3 is good. So DPM 2085.71 compared to 1834. So you've got about 250 more DPM. Damage per shot is identical, 390. Penetration 212 in comparison to 225. So the IS-3 has got better penetration by 13. Reload time 11.22 seconds compared to 12.75. So it's a faster firing gun. You can potentially do more damage, but you've got lower penetration, so you've got to be more accurate, which you may not get the chance with. Now, dispersion 0.4 compared to 0.38 of the IS-3. On the move, it's actually more accurate on the move, 0.17 compared to 0.2 with the IS-3. Traversing 0.17 compared to 0.2, so it's got better accuracy than the IS-3, which could make the difference. We'll see what it's like in testing. Now, the caliber we know is 122mm, but the shell velocity is 850 meters per second compared to 1007 with the IS-3. So lead time to target is dramatically worse. Ammo capacity is 30 in comparison to 28. So you've got the opportunity of 11,700 damage compared to 10,920. And the shells cost the same. So you can do more damage and earn more credit, which is nice, but you've got less penetration, so you've got to watch out for that. Now, 38 top speed with the IS-3. This has only got 35. Still not bad, but not quite as fast. Reversing, it's worse at 12 kmh in comparison to 15. Power to weight, 13.64 compared to 14.26. So it's 0.6 of a kilometer of horsepower per ton less. So that's not good. Well, it's not a lot of difference, but it's just worse. Then we've got traversing. It's about 4 degrees a second worse traversing. On hard, it's the effective traverse is 28.3 compared to 33.4. And the IS-3 has got 33.4, so it's about 5 degrees a second less than the IS-3. So you can see a bit of an issue at the moment. Then on medium terrain, 18.3 compared to 23.8, so again another 5. Then we come to a soft traverse effectively of 12.46 compared to 15.9. So you're looking at about 3.5 difference on soft. So it's the smallest gap between the two, but still not good. Terrain resistance, there's not a lot in it, but all of the terrain resistances are worse. 1.05 compared to 0.96, 1.63 on medium compared to 1.34, and on soft 2.4 compared to 2.01. Not good. The mobility is an issue. It's worse than the IS-3. Now, what is going to make up for that? Now, gun elevation, 20 degrees. It loses 3 degrees of gun elevation compared to the IS-3. Okay, gun depression is just as bad with 5 degrees. Then we come to the turret traverse. It's got a wider traverse of the turret by an additional roughly 6 degrees or 5.8 degrees on either side to 33.3 compared to 27.11. So that's an improvement. Now the hull armour, 130 on the front, 120 on the side, 80 on the rear, so it's an improvement. The turret is worse. It's still good, still 250mm on the front and rounded. We'll have to see what it's like in real terms. Health is identical at 1500. Engine is 10 weaker. It doesn't repair as fast. The tracks are the same, ammo rack's the same, and the weight is actually 6.1 tons heavier, which must be the hull armour in comparison, because you've actually got a 750 horsepower engine compared to 700, so you could slam into something more easily. You've got lower speed, but you've got more weight, so that additional tonnage can give you a nice slam into an opponent. View range is identical at 350 meters. Radio range, neither here nor there. Well, 625. It's still just as good. It's not as good. It's in comparison to 730. You're losing 105 meters, but they're both fine for the situation. Chance of fire is 15% compared to 12%, so there's a higher risk of fire. So let's look at the 3D model now. And what is the armor like on this? So the front, you're looking effectively about 200mm. Now let's fire over the front. Imagine you're coming over something. So your effective armor goes up to 240, roughly 250mm, right the way along the front plate. No weak spot there. The lower plate at this angle is 186, but you shouldn't be able to have that hit. Now we're looking at the cheeks. 253mm, 250, 260, around the gun mantlet from 254 up to about 360 mil. Some huge bands on 250. Then you got an area of 540. Under the gun, 570. Not a weak spot and really difficult to hit. You wouldn't really want to hit this area anyway. So then we come to the top. The Command Cupola, incredibly small target, 154 mil of armour. The roof, 60 mil. So, you know, it's not as weak as it could be, but this is a huge area. The front here, you're looking 40 mil of effective of actual armour, and on the turret, 60 mil of actual armour. This area at the front is also 60 mil, so it's got a stronger turret from shots coming down on it, but it's got a large amount of space to get hit by arty. Now let's have a look at the visual side of things. So from the front, slight angling. 180, the sides 219, so side scraping. Let's see what we can do with this. So side scraping slightly. Let's get the gun over to the side. We'll go with that. Now what do you need? So 215, but basically it's going to absorb all the shots all day. This is sort of the angle you want, and you're looking this area 220, 240, 250. Let's try and angle a little bit better. Let's go with that. Firing over 190 mil, 290. So then, if you're just showing the gun angling like this, and then it's almost impossible. Basically, you're going to be bouncing everything. The only weak spot is here, which is roughly 250 mil. Outside that, the side is... So this is really, really good for side scraping. Just get the right angles, aim over the second road wheel, not this front wheel, this second wheel actually on the road, and roughly over the edge, this corner of the tracks. Any more than that, you'll be exposing too much of the side and the shots will go in. So that's where we are with that. So let's have a look at this bad boy, and we'll get some equipment in. And we'll get ready to rock and roll. The accuracy is an issue, so we'll get a vertical stabilizer in to start off with. Then tank gun rammer to improve the situation, and I'm going to go for improved vents to improve the overall situation. Then, well, we're going to need some ammo, so let's first of all bump up the HE situation to about 6. And you're running APCR instead of heat, which is really, really nice. A few rounds of that, and get everything resupplied. So let's see what it's like straight out of the box. Combat rations, first aid kit, and large repair kit and first aid kit. Get these on board. See what we can run with this. That's it, 21,000 points, and we're ready to rock and roll. And let's get some nice colours on. Let's see what suits. Not so much. Let's try that. Yep, that's looking good. Boom. Then winter. Let's have a look at the guard side of things. Yeah, why not? Let's go with the guards. And then, how's that looking? Let's check the other one. Yep. And then you can change the sides and the stars, but I want to just get this on board. There we go, and we're ready to rock and roll. So we'll purchase that. Boom, and we're ready to run. So let's get into a battle. See just what this is like. Straight out of the box. No special crew. Good at side scraping. Frontal armor is a bit meh. But you want to be side scraping with this. That's what it's designed for. The gun, inaccurate. We want to get close. We want to aim for weak spots. And we want to be able to take it to the enemy. So let's see what we can do. Get in their face. Test this out. And see how this compares to an IS-3. So let's go and do it. Okay, Corellia. Lots of ISMs. Lots of people testing them, which is really nice. Emil and 5100 on the opposing side. Yep, that's looking good. So let's head that way, and I want to be in a side scraping position. So I'm going to move down initially to around about G8-ish. G8-ish. Yep, same. So he wants us to go that way, so yep, that sounds good. And let's just reorganize this. And then we'll get in, see what we can do. Yeah, it's a nice looking thing. Relatively low profile. Very, very neat. Now, 7 rounds. Let's see what the mobility's like. Yeah, it feels a little bit slow turning. You can see that the issues with it. 100.1p. So let's go and get into position. No one's going the other way. Oh well, 4 people, including a couple of mediums. So powering through, catching up on the 100.1. Let's go round this little badger, see what we can do. Bye, my friend. Goodbye. So let's see exactly where we can do. And just hope no one comes ramming in and trying to ram me out of cover like in the last game. So, yeah. See what I can do. That's it. AMX coming in. They're pushing hard. Let's get into... Now, he's side-scraping ready. Get a shot over.
Enemy armor is damaged.
Okay, we're doing well. They're pulling back. It's time for us to push up. Let's get in. Let's get high. They're pushing the other side with 3 tanks up. That's looking good. Let's cover the centre. We've got an ISM who's in trouble. Now, mobility on the hill is an issue, but, you know, it's good enough. Looking for a shot. Not quite enough. It was worth a try. I want to keep going. We've got the ISM against our ISM. And I want to come in, assist him, and take it to the end. Now, there's a 34-3 around about D3, so I want to be able to push over. Scorpion G. Now, to be able to bounce a Scorpion G shot, he's aiming the same place. Okay, let's get into cover. I think it was worth taking him out. The view range is an issue. Try a bit of side scraping, see if we can see anything. Any shots? Can we get it over? Going downhill. It's a lot faster going downhill. So see what we can... Oh, goodness me. Neat. Neat bit of revenge by the guys. Low profile, but we're not drowning, so that's neat. It's always a good situation. Gun depression is an issue. Gun depression is always an issue. Let's move in, last one. So it's a little bit slower. The gun seems okay. APCR bounces. It still bounces, you know, the armour is good enough. It feels solid. Would I prefer an IS-3? For mobility, yes. But for what it is, it's a nifty, it's a solid lead up, and I think it's going to be a solid line. That side scraping, very nice. 1700 experience. How does it feel? So 800 damage, 1700 experience. IS-3 outperforms it. So mobility is an issue, and I'm used to the IS-3. That's something that lets this down. Now shots. What did we? 5 we hit, 3 penetrated, 1,000 points. Would that have penetrated the IS-3? I feel the armour is a bit iffy. If you can't be side scraping, this is weaker than an IS-3. It's slower than an IS-3. The gun, well, it doesn't feel. It's good enough. The gun is good enough. That additional DPM, how many did we hit and didn't penetrate? Let's have a look. So shots in. Let's have a look at the overall. Okay, number of shots in, but only 1 penetration, 1 kill. The rest just dealt damage, so the penetration is an issue unless you pay the additional to bump up and go to APCR. APCR, you're looking 5,000, yeah, 4,800. It's not really, unless you're close, you want the, you're going to want the APCR at range, not for the speed to target as well. So it does have, you are going to need that in certain circumstances. So 7 APCR, it'd be enough for me because I try not to run a lot. So I just keep them in case you need it. Does this need it? I would say, yeah, definitely this needs it more than the IS-3. The armour, how does it fare? It's okay. The side scraping is very, very good. So holding a corner, and you can do it on both sides, unlike some vehicles where it's an issue. So yes, side scraping, very, very nice. Preferably, if you can side scrape on this side, hide the slightly larger command scopola at the back, or the vent. Hide the vent, and then you'll be okay. I don't think that's actually modelled. From remembering the model, bear with me a second. Let's double check. Let me just call that up. Oh, it is, and it is 170. So it's a ricochet, automatic ricochet. Okay, so you can see. No, that's the armor. That's the roof. I was right. This isn't modelled. So it's showing on there, but it's not actually modelled. Yeah, I had a feeling it wasn't modelled. So yeah, the roof of this very, very neat, very tough, good armor. Mobility sort of lets you down. The gun is okay, the DPM is okay, but the penetration is an issue. You will need the APCR or HE from range. So, do I rate this? Well, let's have a look at the. Which do I prefer? I love my IS-3. So, given the choice of this, not wrong one, of this line coming up, the ISM. Given the ISM or the IS-3, I would prefer the IS-3 every single time. The combination of the mobility, armour that you like, that you know, and I would say the IS-3 has got the fear factor because everyone knows just how good it is. The ISM, it's just not quite got it. 1700 experience is nice, but it's a little bit of a letdown. It's going to depend on how the rest of the line is up to the 705M. 705A from the M. So, at the moment, I'm saying no, because you've got the IS-7, but it depends how it goes up to the 705. And we'll see, or 705A, we'll see what it's like as we follow this through. And so we'll get the 705 on the next review, and then following up. So, thank you so much for watching. So, sadly, thumbs down. So, from the IS, right now, I'm saying as a more playable tier 8, you've really got to go for the IS-3. The ISM, you're not always going to be able to side scrape, but it's a really, really good side scraper. If you can use it, then this is head and shoulders better than the IS-3. But in most other circumstances, the IS-3 gets my vote every time, and I would say would win 60 compared to 60-40 between the two. So yeah, roughly 2-to-1-ish ratio of between these two, with the IS-3 getting it. Let's see what the rest of the line's like. I'm the Gaming Bear. Thank you so much for watching, and see you all soon. Take care. Bye.